Hello and welcome to the IGN UK podcast, first one of 2017.
Whoa, oh my gosh. Right, so we get to set the bar here, guys. We get to set it low.
Sorry.
So it'll go up from here.
I just want to go back. Did you just kiss your fingers like that?
I don't know, did I?
It looked like you did. Just two fingers on the lips. Lift them
Is that
up.
a new thing?
I don't know. It's a new year, guys. We can do whatever we want. I might like make this a thing.
You can do whatever you want
thing.
anytime you want.
You were just talking about cutting the nips out of your shirts.
Yeah, just so
Like
permanently
Mean
on
Girls.
display. Have you ever tried to like start a fashion trend or like bring one back?
Yes, I wore a top hat.
You did not.
Really?
As a
Of course you
teenager.
fucking did.
It was a.
And a petticoat.
It
Like
was
Scrooge.
a 1920s vintage collapsible top hat. So what you could do, it was flat, and then you hit it on your head, and it extended. I wore that to I wore that to 3 parties. I was the coolest kid at school.
Was that when you had long hair as well?
It was half.
Like a fucking Bloodborne character.
I'm the hunter.
Please tell me there's pictures of this.
There might be
Please,
actually.
There must be.
I'll have a look on Facebook.
Were you that kid? It's like all these like guys having friends and you in the
yeah.
corner just eating an apple. It's like-
I
No,
wore
he's just got a top hat and his own biscuit tin.
just drinking mustard.
Holy shit. That's the best thing I've heard.
Drinking jars of your own piss. It's better than OJ. It's better than OJ for you.
I'm sterile. It doesn't go moldy. So what are you doing about that?
I played SSX Tricky for like half a year once, and then tried to bring like sweatbands back in, like
lovely.
cool, sporty,
Like Luke Wilson in World Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
Just getting that look.
I actually
It almost worked, but
I not in terms of like what I wear or anything like that, but I do now and again decide that I'm going to bring a word back. Ace.
yeah,
Got you all saying that?
we did that for a while.
Got you all,
Remoid.
got you all saying, we're not saying that. I got you all
To
saying
beat that, Dale. So if you're
I
listening,
got you all saying ace,
not a real
but
word.
also holding up the sign for okay.
Always left hand.
and then I kept putting my
okay.
finger through it
Yeah.
really intrusively. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Do you ever like
With a big smile.
bring like say a word ironically until
Yeah.
it becomes a word that you just say all the time?
Well, we
Yeah.
said
Bounce.
Cancun 95 for a
Cancun
long
95.
time last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. What is this, like a gaming podcast or something?
Well, we were actually going to talk about it because obviously we've all been at our respective homes with
Yeah.
a lot of disposable time. So, did anyone watch or play or experience
I played so much.
anything over Christmas?
So much of Gung Ho and Grasshopper Manufacturers' Let It Die over Christmas.
Oh yeah, you were well into that.
It's so
I've
good.
heard a lot of people really
Let
into
It Die is secretly one of the best games of last year, I'm convinced at this
Wow.
point. It is a free,
Why is it good?
It's a free-to-play Dark Souls roguelike rip-off.
Wait, it's free.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
free.
man, they announced it at
And it-
PSX. They
and
were
it-
like,
and it-
right now you can play this. Everyone
Yeah.
was like, I thought it was going to be like some like crappy little 2D skater thing. Apparently, like everyone started playing. They're like, this is genuinely amazing. It looks super Dark Souls, like really Dark
but it's
Souls.
got the weirdest sense of
Yes.
humor. It's narrated, or it's a video game set inside another video game. So, like, to get tips and stuff, you have to leave the game in the game, and then you appear in an arcade where there's a Uncle Death who is a skateboarding skeleton in a robe, and girl. He's amazing. He says like. He constantly changes his glasses. Sometimes they're 3D glasses. Sometimes they're little spirally hypno glasses. Like, and if you watch him long enough on the main menu screen, he like ducks under the table and puts on different glasses and comes back up. So
Oh,
you
that's quite
catch him
funny. So it's like
changing
he
them.
actually does it.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's got
Sounds
it's
so
just-
weird.
It's the weirdest game. So one of the best things about it, like that makes no difference at all. They've got this 100-song soundtrack.
Okay.
Of Japanese metal bands.
Sweet.
And they've commissioned every single song, and every single song is called Let It Die. As if they've got 100 bands to write the theme tune.
How have
and then
they
there's
done
DJs
this?
on this radio station who are like, and the next song, Let It Die. Every time it's the same, it's a different song with the same title, which I really like.
To do
love
this,
that.
like make a game like that and have so much depth and all these little touches, and then just release it for free, totally without any hype or anything. They're like, oh, here's this game, you can play it right now.
I've played for about 10 hours and not needed to spend money at any point.
what can you spend money on?
You can spend money on coins
More
that let you,
songs.
yeah, basically, no, that let you basically. So it's kind of like Zombie U. When you die,
Okay.
your character becomes an NPC in the world that you then have to kill to get back.
Okay.
And if you don't want that to happen, you can pay for insurance, which brings you back.
Okay.
But you get given those coins just for logging in sometimes.
Right,
It's
okay.
just some days it's like, have 5 more of these. And
that's cool.
You can spend like $5 on getting 30 more of them.
Right.
So that's like 30 continues for $5. It's essentially an arcade machine.
Yeah, that's all right.
What if there was a DLC top hat with just splash outs?
Biscuit tin.
Probably 100 quid. But yeah,
Pay the devs to put one in there.
like some people just won't get on with it. It's a bit clunky. It looks like shit, but it's got an amazingly weird sense of humor.
Yeah.
Loads of stuff to it. It never asks you for money. Like, it's stupid not to give it a try. Like,
Yeah.
you can spend an hour on it and go whether you can decide whether you like it or not. And I've put so much time in.
I might have a bang on this. Sounds really good.
Me and a group of friends have all been playing, and just slowly you can invade other people's bases and smash
yes.
their stuff. And like, if you can like capture people and keep them in this toilet, and then eventually they become your people. But you can like smash into that toilet and release them. So you're just like, fuck you. You had to wait 48 hours for this guy. And on the 47th hour, I released your toilet, man. So yeah, it's really good. Let It Die is amazing.
Well, because I had to go home to Wales and I couldn't take my PS4. I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to play anything till I come back. But something shite happened to me. I lost my iPhone. I've never on a night out. Before Christmas, so I had to have a replacement, which is a Sony Xperia. Now, I've never used any phone that's not an iPhone since my Nokia, like 3210.
But the bricky one, the grey bricky one.
Fucking brilliant phone, man.
Yeah.
Snake, mate.
Snake, yeah. That's what got me into games.
Space and Pet Bros.
Who reviewed that for us?
So that's what I've been playing over Christmas. No, but like, so because it's like it's a Sony phone. It's got like all the Sony suite features and stuff. So like,
As in like sweet features. No? Yep.
Bit of that.
but so like when you're scrolling through, it does the little ding like on the PS4.
Oh, like on PS4 menus.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It all feels like a PS4, but it's also got like the remote play thing. I like got this little adapter thing that I can plug my PS4 controller straight into it.
So you've just got a tiny PS4.
Yeah.
No,
so
but like, how did it work well?
it works really well.
So what,
I
you're
was like,
playing your office PS4 from home?
I'm playing my home PS4 from my mum's house.
On your phone?
Yeah, on my phone.
Through like Wi-Fi? Or?
Yeah, so like basically you connect to the internet, I can turn my PS4 on, I took my PS4 controller home with me, connected that to the phone, got like a little thing for it, which you don't have to have, but it makes it cool.
Yeah.
And I was just playing like Last Guardian.
That's brilliant.
Like, so I was nuts.
Why is no one else doing this? That's insane.
I've done remote play on Vita before,
Yeah.
and it's been fine, but because it doesn't have enough buttons, it
Yeah.
just ruins loads of games.
Yeah.
Like, some games have custom control settings.
Well,
and stuff,
that's the
but-
thing, because like I literally took my PS4 controller home, linked straight up to it,
Yeah.
and then I was just like playing on the thing.
That's
like,
amazing.
Even to the like, it works so well. At one point, I was like, "Oh, I've had enough of playing Last Guardian for a bit now. I'm just going to load up Netflix."
Yeah.
And I was like, so I was watching Netflix on my phone. I was like, why don't you watch this on your laptop? But then you can also, to be fair, you can also connect your PS4 controller to your laptop and do remote play.
Oh,
like
of
that.
course you can
but,
now,
But
yeah.
I've never been able to get it to work it doesn't work as well as like connecting straight to the phone.
That's really interesting.
Which is mental.
So was anyone at your flat over Christmas?
No, they weren't. Yeah.
Because my flatmate went on holiday not too long ago and was remote playing like Final Fantasy X.
Right.
And so I would occasionally walk into the living room. The PS4 would turn on.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, fuck it, this must be auto-updating. Turn on my TV, and Final Fantasy's just playing itself on the TV.
Ah,
Just
shit.
terrifying the first time
So
it
it
happened.
has to run like that feed through.
it's
still running, yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it is
That
running.
is so weird. You think if it knows it was like a remote control?
Yeah, I didn't even know that
wouldn't-
was happening.
Because in summer I was remote playing No Man's Sky on my balcony whilst my PS4 was in my room because it was
Yeah.
just nice outside. So I was on my Vita just like, I have space.
But also, like, the best thing,
crazy.
like, because I obviously I've just had an iPhone for ages. Like, the best thing about having a phone that's not an iPhone is I was like, if you did anything remotely like that on an iPhone, your battery's gone.
Oh, God,
Like,
yeah.
instantly. This is absolutely fine.
That's
I was just
amazing.
like, because also I've got like it's got a really strange charging cable. Like, it's not like a.
Yeah.
It's not USB
No,
micro.
it's not. So it's like this other one. So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to be like connecting this up basically to no, you don't. Like, the battery is amazing, even if you're playing PS4 games.
Jesus.
It feels like proper future stuff when you're like sitting there
That's
and it's all connected to it.
I
Like,
hate my iPhone battery so much.
Yeah.
I just found out that like mine is like faulty. So it's like it started dying now at like 60%.
Mine
I
did
hate
that
when
for a
it-
while.
and it's
yeah.
like Apple now are offering like free like battery replacements
Really?
to certain cereal models, and mine
Right.
qualified.
Yeah.
But then they're like, oh, we can't give it to you if you have a cracked screen. Because you have to get the screen replaced. So now I have to pay like £100 to get a new screen to get the free battery.
Or just get yourself Sony Xperia, mate. You could be on the tube
Dude, don't tempt me.
playing Overwatch.
That's
You can have
like,
a Switch in a few months. It's fine. Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm gonna
yeah.
switch.
Yeah, the iPhone 5 was apparently notorious amongst hikers because it had like gaps in its machinery, and lithium batteries go dead if they're cold.
Oh.
So I used to go on dog walks with my iPhone 5 and it would just turn off at 50%. I was like, what the fuck is this? Looked it up and could find nothing except hiking forums. Just guys going like, impossible to walk with, don't buy it if you're a walker. It's really weird.
If you're a walker,
You're a dog. But that was one thing I played. And the other thing I played was a board game called Beasts of Balance.
We were trying to make that
we
work.
got that working.
Yeah, so basically it's a board game which involves using an app and Bluetooth and lots of connectivity and stuff. But
Cheap, is it?
but we got sent one that I think was maybe a little bit faulty. So we got sent another one straight away. And when it works, it's so good.
Is it really good?
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Do you have it here? Do you have it in the office?
No, I've got it in my house, but I'll bring it.
Oh, we should bring it in and
I'll bring
play
it back in. I'll bring it back in.
That'd be cool.
The
'Cause we were
basic,
going to do a Let's Play of that one.
yeah, we definitely should because it's basically kind of like Jenga, but with a lot more to it. Like basically, if Jenga was designed by like a massive nerd instead of an old woman, which it was.
Okay.
Like Jenga designed by Anthony Hopkins. I will make it.
But you have all these there's all these different things to it. So you're like, okay, it's just a stacking game. So you've got these different animals, and when you put them on the little plinth thing, it come into your world.
They're all sort of right angles and like weird polygonal shapes. Aren't they?
Yeah. So you do that, but then there's also like different things where like if one particular animal is like stronger than the other one, you need to like make the other one comfortable. So you've got to give them. You've got to like put. There's loads of like elemental stuff in there, and you can like upgrade different animals. You
So
can
it's
also
Jenga
like
mixed with rock paper scissors.
kind of, but then there's
And
like.
Settlers of Catan.
Then it's like there's also like you can like crossbreed lots of animals. You can like turn animals into other animals, and you've got like in my album thing where it says like which animals you've done. It's massive. There's
Really?
loads in it. Yeah,
Sounds really
So I could breed like an octopus and a shark.
you could do that.
Imagine.
There's loads of different stuff going on in it.
I can't.
But like it's also fucking solid. It's so hard.
Really?
Oh, right. Okay.
So like I think at the moment
You're
my
just bad at stacking.
No, it's nothing to do with that.
Oh, right.
Like it's really hard. Like at the moment, I haven't broke 100. I think I've got like 85 points, something like that.
That means nothing.
that could mean that could be
means
like
nothing.
level 1.
So I'll tell you now. So I was like, because I hadn't seen any videos of this or anything like that. So I was just like, we were getting like 25, 35, and we got to like 42, and we were like, yeah, that's pretty good. And we were playing it at Loading Bar in Dalston, which we talked about before. It's an awesome like video games and board games bar. But they'd backed it on Kickstarter. The guys who run that place, so they were playing all on Christmas Day. So they saw me with it and they were like, oh, amazing, awesome. And then they were like, oh, what's your top score? I was like, well, at the moment 35 at the time. And Lucy at Loading Bar was like, yeah, we got about 300.
Oh my god.
And I was like, shit. I was like, how the fuck did you get 300? But she was saying like, basically the more you have to be really smart about it. You also cannot play it drunk, or like you've got to be super concentrated.
Otherwise, the animals know.
Yeah,
You can smell it on your
and it's
breath.
also it's a co-op game as well. So like, but
you two breed with each other. Make some baby
go on,
freaks.
baby, it's some booze.
Baby freaks. Just pouring fucking Avocar over them. It's all yellow.
But also as well, like it's a co-op game. But like you'd think it would be like, oh, I'll go, then you go around in a circle or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's the best co-op game I've ever played because it's not like that. If you have an idea and you're like, oh, what about this to do? And you're like, oh yeah, shit, do that. It's like, it's kind of feels more like that rather than you
So
don't.
it's not like turns so much
No.
as
It's just like
do it as
I mean,
it
I'm sure
happens.
you could play like that, but it's just the way that we were playing. I was playing with my friend Trev and his girlfriend, and the way we were playing, like Romy would be like, "Oh, what about this?" And we're like, "Yeah, totally, put that on," even though she'd just been. So it kind of didn't matter about like turns and
Hogger.
things.
Huh? That's what that sounds like.
But it never feel like that because it just felt like you were all sort of working
like
towards
working
one
together.
goal.
That's cool.
But it's a couple of like I kind of got a couple of gripes with him in like if it's really annoying. Basically, you've got this like timer as well, which is like a volcano.
Oh yeah.
So if it falls down, you've got until the volcano explodes, which is about 7 seconds
To rebuild your stack.
But annoyingly, if say you drop one off and then you put that back on, that counts towards the 7 seconds. So your volcano doesn't like go back to
resets,
normal.
right.
So it's kind of annoying in the sense of like, because it's like Bluetooth, and now and again, like some things do happen because it feels like it hasn't read it properly.
Yeah.
So now and again, like it'll be on there, nothing will be happening, and the volcano will go like boop boop. Like, because it'll
You're
think...
essentially playing a game on a Tesco self-service till.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
It's not quite as bad as that. But then, because it doesn't reset, I feel like it should reset.
Yeah.
For me.
That seems kind of odd.
Because it feels like you get more out of it if it was resetting.
Because, like, what's the point?
Or if you could do something to reset it. Like, in the game, do you know what I mean? Like, maybe you can as it goes on, but at the moment I can't.
What's the point in, like, having 1 second to rebuild something that falls over? Like,
Exactly,
it's just not fun.
yeah. And exactly, because, like, there's times where we were just like, there's no point in this.
Yeah.
Like...
Because it is, like, it sounds quite fun to have to rebuild your stack in 7 seconds, but if you've got...
But
like,
then that's
no
what I mean,
time left,
it's
then
definitely reset, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree.
When you play it, you can have a look as well. But like, what else was really good about it? There was one thing I was just about to say, and I can't fucking remember now. But
Animals.
They look great. But it's a really, really good game. I think it's quite expensive, so you've got to like properly invest in it. Oh, that was the thing I was going to say. So when I talked to Lucy, who'd done 300 points, I was like, how the fuck do you get 300 points? She's like, because every time that you get more, you just remember what you did. So like you're just you're basically
then you
like
breeze through,
you're
like,
basically
first.
like building on what you're doing. So that in that respect, it really feels like a video game.
Yeah.
Because you're like remembering, oh, okay, and we bred this with this, and then we did that, and it was like once you get to like a certain amount, then you know what you're doing, sort of thing.
Learning,
Speedrunning it.
evolving like Westworld.
Exactly. Yeah.
Getting better.
What did you do anything?
Yeah. Well, see, like, I was kind of similar to you, Gav. So I didn't have my gaming consoles. I was back in Northern Ireland.
Get yourself sexy phone, mate.
I know. I don't. Well, like, oh, this is stupid. Yeah, broken iPhone. But it was also my salvation. I had a mobile gaming Christmas.
Okay.
Rory's mobile gaming Christmas.
Mario Run.
It was great. I played Super Mario Run.
Yeah.
I played Pokemon Go. I played Space Team. I played
Space Team's
I know,
so
and
good.
I had the pleasure of introducing it to like all of my friends
sweet.
at like a
That's
house party. I was
brilliant.
like, we're all playing this right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was really, really fun.
Is that it?
No. I
about
can
Super
talk
Mario
about it. I
Run.
can talk about it. Yeah. So like, because I don't think we've even talked about Super Mario Run on the podcast.
No, we
before.
haven't. No.
Like, it's
Brilliant.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. You basically, like, it is a little bit expensive, and I know people have had kind of problems with that, like that entry barrier. But basically, paying for that, you're getting a whole set of Mario maps, which I think is what, like 6 worlds, 8 worlds, something like that.
I think it's 8 worlds and there's 4 levels in each.
And then like a boss one at the end.
Wait, you get that?
You get that. Like, you essentially get a Mario game.
That's loads.
And
Yeah.
And then
it's really big.
because that's the first thing I did was I played through like the narrative basically, like getting to the end, beating Bowser all the times. But then while you're going through, you're like, oh, you're getting like tokens and coins and things, which, you know, doesn't really matter to me at that point. So I'm just firing through it.
Yeah.
And then once I beat it, I was like, okay, let's check out some of these extra features. And like some of them are better than others. Basically, you use these tokens that are called like rally tokens.
Right.
And that's how you compete competitively. So you'll essentially, once you go into like the matchmaking, there'll be a list of all these players. And the more people you beat, the more toads like join your village. It seems like quite a generic like mobile style, like build a little village, try and get as many people as you want. But the way it's done is so much fun because you can pick how competitive you want it to be. So if I'm starting off, I'll be like, well, this guy's only got 200 toads in his village, and they're like red ones and purple ones. So it's like, I'll do that because I need
you get
more
about
purple ones.
40 or 50 for winning usually.
Yeah, it's not too many. So then, you know, I think as well, it's like if you play someone around your level, you'll get a certain amount. If you challenge like a really high up player, then you're going to get more for beating them.
There's something so satisfying about beating a player with like 3,000 toads because you know they've played Toad Rally so many times.
Dude, I'm close to 3,000.
Really?
I've seen some 999 like maxed out Toad
I'm
ones.
like, I don't know, I think I'm like a few hundred, like maybe 500, 600.
I remember messaging you over the Christmas break.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you good at this?
I'm sick at it.
Because I was like, I am uncharacteristically terrible at it. Like, the first couple days, I could not beat
What do you mean
anyone.
uncharacteristically terrible? Like,
I'm pretty decent.
we have a show called Prepare to Try. There's just you being
but
shite at video games.
But it's fake, obviously.
Well, you're pretending.
Yeah. When the camera's not rolling anyways, like, all right, anyway, let's do Smile. It took me a couple of days, and you really need to like learn the maps because the littlest different. Like, pro tip for all you guys out there. If this is just like a straight line and there's no obstacles, just jumping and spinning gets like your star charge up.
It's also that thing where in Mario games where you can jump 3 times. Like if you hit the jump every time you land, he does increasingly elaborate jumps, and that like gives you exactly.
Like any extra parkour stuff you do, you basically charge up this like star. Well, essentially, because now like instead of like jumping onto a ledge, if you hit the edge, he like grabs on and does like a forward roll.
Sweet.
So it's like if you.
It's like parkour then.
He is like Parkour Mario now.
It's really cool.
He vaults over Goombas.
It's not on Android yet, so I can't play it.
Oh man, you're gonna have a blast. You should play it on mine at some point.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be amazing, actually.
But it is great, and it's definitely worth the money so far. Because
gotcha.
if you have like a show on, or you're listening to a podcast or something, to just sit down and like blast through. Like I played it for like hours, just like challenging people.
Also, like the campaign, each level has a set of hidden coins. And when you collect those, there's another set of hidden coins. And when you collect those, there's another extra hard set of hidden coins to find. So I'm on like World 3 because I'm still trying to get the black coins in every single level before I move on.
Right.
Which is just like, it's so satisfying getting a perfect run and finding every single coin along the way.
But it's also torturous, like missing one every time, and I just kept restarting the level, like restarting it. It's like, I'm not even getting the coins for this. It's like, because I keep restarting it. It's crazy. So that was like one of the games I played. The other one, which we've talked about a lot, was Pokemon Go. They did a lot of really, really cool, like kind of like seasonal treats and updates, like over Christmas.
Christmas Pikachu.
I got my Pikachu, Christmas Pikachu. They had Pokemon from the 2nd generation that you could hatch in eggs.
5 of them though, right?
Yeah, but also the odds over that break of hatching them were like way increased. And also, every time you went to a Pokestop, once a day, you would get a 1-use egg incubator.
Oh, nice.
Which is like, that's a pretty rare item. To give away 1 a day, essentially, for 5 days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was amazing. But it was quite funny because because I've been playing so much in London, I was like, oh, I get to go back to like my hometown. It's like all these scrubs are going to be like in the gyms, and I'll just walk out and be like, boom, just Gary Oak the shit out of them, just smack everyone, like knock them down. I'd be like the hero of like the Pokemon, my little pallet town, essentially. I just went back and oh my God, like I was so out leveled. It was terrible. But what was really cool was like seeing
How are you
Pokemon
so out
Go.
level?
Man, I don't know, the freaks back there. Monsters. It was funny because it's seeing this game on a smaller scale, which I haven't done yet. Because anytime I've played, it's like in different cities.
Yeah.
So going back here, I was like walking through my hometown, and these 3 guys owned every single gym.
Oh my God.
Every single gym, and I was like, monsters.
IRA.
But like, it was just such a like punch to the gut, because I was like, I'm gonna come back and like rule all these gyms and stuff, and I couldn't even make a dent. I was like insane.
Jesus.
Like 4,000 CP Pokemon. I just could not believe it.
That's horrible.
fuck?
Like you had actual gym leaders. That's nuts.
Yeah, like actual gym leaders. That's why it was really cool, because like here in London, like I don't know if people who listen play this game in big cities, like gyms change every other minute. You take a gym, you put something down, and while you're walking away, it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's like to just see these people who had presumably been holding this for like weeks. It was crazy to see.
Imagine the coins they're
Those
getting
sweet
out of that.
coins.
Whoa.
Those sweet.
Did you have? Does your town have any different Pokemon to London?
I didn't notice any.
Natives.
I didn't notice any.
Dirty, horrible little urchin Pokemon.
Rat boy. Is that a Pokemon?
Killed it.
They also did a really cool thing to celebrate New Year's, which was they made like they increased the chances of you catching the original starter Pokemon. And some of their evolutions as well. So like Charmander, like Bulbasaur, like Squirtle, they were like littered about in some of their evolutions and things.
That's
They're quite
pretty
hard to
cool.
get a hold of, and like quite hard to get Pokemon for.
I don't think we've talked about it since they've put in all the updates and stuff. Is it fundamentally a better game now, or is it basically the same thing?
Like it's basically the same thing. The tracking. It was good, and then they kind of took it away because it wasn't working quite right.
Yeah.
They brought it back now to a place where if there's a Pokemon nearby, you can see where you can go to catch that Pokemon.
Oh, that's
it's not
good.
just blindly following like that weird
Some
step
footstep
pulse
things,
system.
12 steps.
But like it is more or less the same. If you kind of dipped out of interest before, not enough has changed to get you back into it.
Okay.
Are you still using your little thing?
Yeah, I showered at the office today, so I don't have it with me. It's in my bag. But yeah, I'm still using it. And like it's great. It's a way to play the game like kind of passively, the way you would like any like micromanagement kind of game like that you play on a mobile phone.
You realise that's why your battery's dead, not because the iPhone's broken.
What?
Because you just run Pokemon Go all the
You're
time.
doing what now?
But there was one point I was like streaming Netflix in the background whilst playing Mario Run and tapping my Pokemon Go Plus
Jesus
device at the
Christ.
same time.
You're like, oh, it's battery's bullshit.
Bullshit. What's going on here?
All on 4G as
Just
well.
knocking it on the corner of a table. Screen's broken now.
Thanks, Jobs.
I need a new one. Sir, it's covered in glue. What have you been doing?
One thing that I watched over Christmas, which brings us on to another cool thing. I finally finished Westworld. Season 1. You literally just finished it.
I just finished. This podcast was delayed because I was like trying to secretly watch it
What are you
at
doing?
my desk. I'm sorry.
Is that from a girl? You gotta read it out.
It was a Snapchat.
That's the rule.
Wait, was it?
All right, that's enough.
I got 2 Snapchats. One from Elliot Spirit,
I don't care about
complimenting my Georgia Falcons hat. Playoffs, baby. And one from Ralclevel 99.
this. How is this happening?
We haven't got to feedback yet.
Yeah.
He's eating some cereal and grapes.
Brilliant.
Riveting Snapchat.
And someone asking you, he's eating cereal and grapes and asking you if Final Fantasy's worth buying.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are these people?
You get very different Snapchats, or I get
What do you get?
rats.
It's like,
constant rats. This rat out.
Really? Like biological close-ups.
Yeah.
have you ever been sent anything bad on Snapchat before?
What do you mean bad? What do you think is bad?
A penis.
No, I've been sent.
No, I send them.
I tell you what.
What's the lady version of a penis? I get them all the time, baby.
A penis. I don't know.
I can tell you a few things I've been sent by Gav on Snapchat in my time.
My favourite one I think I've ever sent you.
The egg box.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The egg box was one of the best things I've ever
Like a
seen.
sex egg.
No.
Oh,
You say what it is.
Gav, drunk, cut a hole in the bottom of an egg box.
you put your ball in a
and he
box.
put his ball through.
That's so weird.
It was really odd. I still don't understand the angle. Like, were you lying down?
Don't
It
remember.
pushed up.
No, I think
Because I remember you saying you woke up the next day and just found bits of egg box all over your bathroom.
So what the fuck?
It's covered in eggs, eggs and feathers.
I forgot that you could just put them somewhere else. I was like, just eating 6 raw eggs for the joke.
You chucked one against the mirror. You're a monster!
Did you have a moment where you're like, "Why is Gav sending me a picture? That's a ball."
Yeah. It was, that's no feather.
All right.
Yeah.
So Westworld season.
No, you didn't say the favourite. What's your favourite?
I thought you were going to say when I just windmilled my dick.
Yeah.
Really, really
There was
quickly.
that.
You did to Joe.
Yeah. There was another one where you put a finger puppet on it as well.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, it was a triceratops.
Yeah, it was a
wasn't
little
Yeah.
triceratops.
Anyway,
Oh, what a day.
so
You
what
don't
we
use
want
Snapchat like you used to.
what we want to see in West. Actually, like I've started dating this girl who uses Snapchat quite a lot. So
Yeah.
I've been asking you for tips on Snapchat, but all I get from you is "Whoa, bro," and like, all right,
That's
enough of
such bull. I've given you tons of tips. You didn't even know how to like do text or like draw or anything or check who had like viewed your story.
I told you how to change the color of text.
yeah, I did not know that.
That's unbelievable.
I straight up like Jurassic Park text. What? Turn around, turn Joe's head to it. He's like shaking in fear.
Welcome to Snapchat.
Just your dick swinging around. Na, 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 na.
That's going tonight. I'm definitely doing that tonight. All right, so yeah, I finished Westworld season 1. You finished Westworld season 1. You
You
finished
say it like
Westworld
there's another
1.
season we could have
Well, this
finished.
is the thing. There is going to be a season 2, but not till 2018.
Yeah.
What do you?
When it's real, it's just the park they
But
open.
what do you like? So basically, we can talk about slight spoilers for. Well, actually, it is spoilers for Westworld. So if you haven't seen Westworld and you care about spoilers, then fast forward for. I don't know. I can't.
This is why we should have done it to the end.
Can't look at
and we could have
into
just
the
said,
future.
We could have just said
probably
not.
10 minutes. Probably 10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes.
But like, so obviously, right at the end, you get the. It's kind of a reveal, but if you've seen the movies or you know the story from the book, like you see the samurai world. So
That was so dope. That was awesome.
SW.
but like, do you think it's basically? I was talking about this with someone, and somebody else thinks that it should pick up straight away.
It's gonna. Well, I think.
No.
I think next season's gonna be way more about the infrastructure of that place. It's not gonna be about Samurai World. It's gonna be about there is this place
Yeah.
and the robots are now
Right.
like seemingly, off the chain.
Yeah. But but there's the thing, because I was saying I'd like to go back and then see it from a different perspective, what was happening.
Yeah.
Like, not just like the people of Samurai World going, fucking Cowboy World again. Jesus Christ, lads. Like, put a lid on it.
Have some honor.
It's just run perfectly.
Yeah, just all these incredibly obedient robots. They all know they're there. They're all totally sentient. They just don't give a shit because they get to wear cool armor.
No one's fucking in there.
That's it.
But basically, because obviously we had these like different timelines going on. I would really like to see at least some of the different other worlds, or a storyline in the samurai world that is just normal, or maybe feeds into the maze part. But then you also have like the stuff that's already gone on in Westworld.
They're not going to be able to pull off the trick they did.
No,
the sort
but
of
also
trick
like
they did last season. Again.
That's really tough though, because
but I just mean I don't want it to be a trick. But
no, that's what I'm saying. It's like they can't do that again, but I can see them doing multiple timelines.
They can just embrace it and be like, we're a show that does multiple timelines.
Yes,
but also like that's kind of tough because everything with like the maze and Dolores and all the characters, like the reason it worked was because it seemed like so personal with like Anthony Hopkins and these specific characters.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, by the way, I've been doing the same thing in Samurai World as well. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like I just want some. I think there's something you can do which feeds into like this, the overall narrative, but has samurai being cool.
I think it's gonna be tough though. Like unless you did a show that was Samurai World to make Westworld and have all these other worlds come into it.
Yeah.
Like
cowboy robots
very difficult.
in Samurai World,
Imagine
not
that.
understanding. It's just going to be odd couple stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just going to be them being like, these ain't potatoes.
Like, did you so I wasn't watching because I wasn't watching it week by week. I didn't really have this whole like who is the man in black thing, but apparently that was a really big thing.
It was huge.
when the show
but
was on.
My flatmate guessed that in the first episode William
Really?
turned up, and so it just ruined the whole series for me because it was so abundantly clear as soon as that was spotted that was going to be a thing.
So I pretty much guessed every twist before it happened,
Except
which
that one.
I tried not to do because I hate trying to even speculate about shows. I just try and like switch my brain off. That was the one I just did not see coming.
I didn't see
it
it.
just happened at my desk this morning, and I was like, oh my god! And Dale was like, what happened?
I really
had, like,
wish I'd
chills.
had that.
I didn't see it coming, but also I didn't really care. I was just
No,
like,
I loved it.
I think it's great.
Because you know what the cool thing was? Right before that twist happened, you have Billy have his little moment with his brother where he's like, Billy, like, it's not real. And he's kind of like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I don't know what happened to me. And I turned to Gav and I was like, I wish he honestly meant that. And he had a moment where he like thought they were robots again.
Oh, that's when you were saying it.
Yeah, that's when I was saying it. And I was
Okay,
like, because then he just goes back to being crazy again.
Yeah.
But then when it was revealed that he just
Yeah.
genuinely kind of loses his mind out there, I was like,
Yeah.
that's a really cool
also,
story.
like-
Because you like him so much, you're like, you think he's the good guy,
Yeah.
and then
I hate him. I hate that actor. Anyway.
I love him.
Like, he's such a little goon.
He's great.
Nobody hates.
He's the reason I started watching House of
He's
Cards.
the McPoyle brother. He's the lead
There
McPoyle.
was one because you don't watch like Always Sunny,
Right. Okay.
but like basically it's like these two brothers who are like incestuous. They have this weird family. Like
They're
they're
like this proper
freaks.
hillbilly freak.
and he's one of them.
Okay, right.
And
He's
he-
so funny.
One of the things his character always does is like he'll be like really, really quiet and really strange, and then he'll say
He'll
something.
start
He'll
roaring.
just yell something. He'll just go like they're talking about his sister, and he's like, one of the characters sleeps with his sister, and it's like, she expects a phone call. He's like, I'm not gonna call it. You will call her. And like I didn't really see it until one, like I think it's like the second last episode where they have Dolores,
Right.
And he's like tied to the chair.
Oh,
and
and
he
he
just goes,
shouts it.
"Let her go!" Like that. And I was like,
He does
"It's
this.
McPoyle."
He does like once he goes crazy. He does like McPoyle's crazy eyes, just like proper bug-eyed. He's great.
So good.
I
I
really
thought
liked him.
I actually like I dipped a bit in that show to the point where I kind of stopped watching it.
So did I.
That was a good finale. I really enjoyed
Because
how
the
that
same
kind of came
fucking
together.
thing happens
Well,
for
yeah,
6 episodes.
That
Yeah.
show should be like 4 to 6 episodes
Yeah.
shorter. Like it could be a 6-episode series, and it would be exactly as good.
And it'd be. I think it'd be like way better. I think it'd be.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
perfect,
in terms of
yeah.
what it does,
Oh, it would
be exactly.
absolutely. Yeah.
I do.
yeah.
We
so.
talked about this a bit on our desk, but I do want to bring it up on the podcast, and that's how bullshit those two goddamn surgeons are.
Yeah.
They're just the shittest characters.
All
They're
the guys
so
in the body
bad.
shop suck. Like
Yeah.
every
Oh my
time it shows
God.
them, it makes no sense why they're there. They don't seem intelligent at any point. They're all meant to be like genius scientists,
Yeah. Oh
my
and they're
God.
just like fucking the robots and making quips.
She's just like, I want you to make me a killing machine. Well, I don't
it's
know.
not
It's
so much-
literally Morty. He's like, oh, I guess so. Just turn this.
It's not so much the dude who was like fixing the bird. I can kind of forgive a little bit because he's a little bit wet and he was like, he was led by her fine. It's it's the dude who is just like angry.
Yeah.
Like the guy with like the beard who's just like, all right, dick shit. And it's just like, why are you
Morning
so angry?
shithead. He's like, what happened
some
to you as a
weird
child?
nerd jock, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yo, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like these robots no more.
I just
bored.
like
so
they
weird.
had so many opportunities to shut that down.
Yeah.
She could just kill him.
didn't.
Just kill him straight away. Just let.
Yeah.
It's like when everything's going wrong and they realize they're in so much trouble, and then there's a moment where it's like, oh, you're gonna have to like turn her offline and completely like shut her down to then like change her personality, and then they kind of like end up doing that, but he doesn't. The Asian guy doesn't actually do it. It's like, what did he have to gain out of not actually doing it?
Yeah.
Like he was in a really tough situation.
Well, he kind of
It's
like fell for it, didn't he? So
Did
it's kind
he?
of, yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah, there's
weird.
a bit of a.
Why? She did literally.
But then also, like,
nothing
he was
for him.
trying to bring back that bird, and then kind of he managed to bring back her. So, like,
He doesn't though, does he? He's like, she wakes up and goes, "Could you give me the iPad, please?"
I think that's meant to be like the connection.
Yeah, no, I
like,
get it.
don't
Like,
hurt
he's got an
anyone.
emotional
Just
thing.
weak, yeah.
Like, don't hurt anyone. Oh, I won't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like,
That's the
oh
thing.
no.
Like,
Better patch him up and keep doing more of what you tell me to do.
I started getting really bored until Maeve sort of starts waking up properly and then starts doing stuff, and I was like really good, which meant like I was actually really disappointed with her ending.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I think her ending's really interesting. Like, that's one of the plot threads I'm most interested in.
Well,
is,
her
like,
going back.
Her going back, and also that implication that she's still being controlled by someone.
Yeah,
That was really
well,
cool.
Definitely,
Like,
yeah.
I'm super interested in where that sits, like, and whether that means, is that someone in Samurai World? Is she going to be a samurai? That'll be rad.
I loved it when.
Because the thing, who's done all those directives for her to do that? Like,
Yeah.
it's so weird.
I loved it when Bernard was like, "It's like your whole story's planned. It says you're gonna go to the train, and then you're gonna." It's like, oh, I'm not planned. No one tells me what to do. Anyway, where's that train you're talking about? It's so ridiculous.
I did guess the Bernard thing early on.
Yeah.
Because like every time that this is what I was talking to a friend of mine about last night. It's like, because every time that we saw him, he was doing a loop. Like, it's like every time that we introduced him, he's like, what you think he's just remembering his like kid dying,
Right.
But actually that's just his loop that they're just showing you his loop.
It's really funny as
Like-
well. It's one of those things that once you know it, if you go back and watch it, it's so in your face. People
Yeah.
are just like, you're like a robot, Bernard. And you're like, he is a bit, isn't he?
You never leave this park, Bernard.
You're just always working here, man.
Like when
When
he's
do you sleep, robot man?
Imagine if he just walked. There's one bit where he walks in. He's got like a screwdriver on his head. You're like, what? Just puts it down.
like when he's sleeping with the girl and they're having their like bed conversation, their pillow talk, and he's like, it's like, oh, the robots in the park, like they talk with each other so they can like grow and become like more perfect. And she's like, is that what you're doing with me right now,
Yeah.
robot boy?
He's like, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yes, I am. Starts cleaning his glasses. Dun, 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 dun.
It's basically just Jonathan Nolan being like, look, Chris, I can do it as well.
Yeah.
I'm prestiging.
I think that might be like a thing more where in the next series or something like that, like almost like, man, like the Terminator films have done it really, really badly because there's been two characters in the last two Terminator films that have been
Secret Terminators.
Terminators,
Yeah.
but revealed in the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
Like, the Sam Worthington one is the worst because you don't get the reveal that he's a Terminator, he's a robot, until like 3/4 of the way through the film.
Oh my God.
It's in the trailer though. And like,
Jesus.
actually, when the reveal comes, you're like, holy shit. If I hadn't seen that trailer,
You would have
this
never
movie would be
known,
bumped
yeah.
up from like a 2-star to a 3-star.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, that's really, really good. And I think maybe we'll get like, or robots who are like knowingly pretended to be human to infiltrate like the humans who are going to be like left in Westworld.
I feel like that's Maeve's path next series. Like, I think she maybe the reveal of Samurai World is she manages to segue into that place, which is
Yeah.
like, I don't know, maybe it's like a separate corporate structure or something.
Yeah.
And she starts working within that.
start
or
setting
something.
up brothels and stuff
That'd
in
be
there,
great.
and they're just like, right, that's enough, get her out.
The thing I think might happen next series is that we find out that the Hopkins who gets shot at the end
Was a
Right.
robot.
was he's created a host of himself, because the bit where Bernard kills Danish lady whose name I can't remember.
Yeah,
He's building
a robot,
a host in the background.
Oh.
And so to me, like, I can't see them wanting to ditch Hopkins.
No.
And like they could do it in flashbacks, I suppose. But he's like the heart and soul of that.
Oh, if you just tuned into the podcast, we're still talking about Westworld. Yeah, please go forward.
Do not loop. Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. Also, one thing that I was unclear about, but I saw it the other day, just because when I was talking to a friend and he didn't know last night, they've sent like the robot that was Dolores' dad out to the real world, right?
Right, so...
Not to the real world.
Well, this is it.
What?
That's completely unclear to me. The Abernathy thing is so confusing to me because a load of people were like, oh, wow, that thing. I was like, huh? I don't get this.
Because she's talking, they find someone and then she's talking, basically they couldn't get the information up to the satellite. Teresa didn't manage to do that with the host, well, she wasn't there herself, but like that host didn't manage to do it. So she said, oh, well, one of these robots... The new girl that comes in says that one of these robots can hold like all the data. So we'll just chuck it in his mind, and then you have to make him human enough that he can get out on the train.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then they're at the train station, and you don't see him get on the train or anything. So I'm just assuming that Abernathy is now in the real world, or someone's going to be the other side to meet him or something.
I really hope they don't go into like the rest of the world because
No,
I bet it's
you
going to
don't
be
need
like
to.
a horrible, crappy sci-fi vision of the future.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I don't need that. Big shiny silver buildings.
Yeah, I don't
and like
need that.
everyone's got iPads in their shoes. I
There
don't
you
need
go.
that shit.
That's what we want to see in Westworld Season 2.
I can't wait, actually.
Next up on the agenda, fuck off Apple with your theatre mode. So this is announced this week. Apparently there's some software coming out on an update to iOS, which what it should be is when you walk into a cinema, the phone knows you're in a cinema and just shuts down until you're allowed to come back out. Unfortunately, I think Apple are developing something where it's less intrusive, so I guess it's going to be like
super dark screen.
super dark screen. What?
No one needs
But
it.
it should be off anyway.
No one needs
Imagine if you
that.
just put on like theater mode and it just like, poof, like shuts your phone down.
Like
That'd be
I
great.
think that's where it should be. But like lots of people have said, like, look, lots of people who I really like and sort of agree with my zero tolerance policy on cinema, anyone using their phone or talking or moving in the cinema, have said, oh well, it's an evil. So this is like a way around of controlling that evil? No, absolutely not. If somebody uses their phone in the cinema, they're not allowed to go to the cinema anymore.
Yeah.
That's theatre mode. Fucking Apple. I think it's bullshit. But also, like, the other day, in Westworld, there's a lot of characters.
What?
No, I'm going back a minute. But like,
He's in his loop.
We've got a malfunctioning host here.
When I was watching Westworld, when I was watching Westworld, I was like, there's a lot of characters I couldn't give a shit about here.
Yeah.
So anytime that they came on, I just found myself reaching for my phone, just like checking Twitter, checking Instagram, blah blah blah. And that's really annoys me that I do that.
I do that so much.
Because I think maybe I would be a bit more invested in it. But like, I think, and I went to see Silence the other day, the Martin Scorsese film. It's 2.5 hours long. That's a fucking slog of a film. It's really, really good, but it's hard. It's a really hard film to watch. They're going through a lot of shit, man. And there was a couple of times where I was like, if my phone...
Imagine if that's Samurai World.
Yeah. That's hard, man. I don't want that. But like, there was a couple of times where I was talking to a friend who I went to see the film afterwards in this pub, and I was like, there's a couple of times I reckon, I'm glad I saw that in the cinema, because there was a couple of dips where I'd be like, I definitely would have been on my phone. But I enjoyed the film more because I was completely shut off.
Yeah.
And if you fucking started introducing that shit...
I watched We Need to
gonna
Talk
stop.
About Kevin for fun the other day.
Really?
I don't know why. And yeah, there were bits where I was like, it's very quiet, this film. And just checking my phone and then missing like poignant emotional moments and having to go, rewind,
Well, that's the problem.
rewind.
It's like, that could be a way of dealing with the problem, or it could be like an excuse for people to then use their phones.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's in theater mode, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like,
Yes.
that could go either way. That could backfire on them quite embarrassing.
My favourite thing about this is that we got a bit of feedback as soon as this came out that was just subject line, something to piss Gav off. Which I really like.
I thought you would have been up for it, but no.
Why?
Just, I don't know, phones, cinemas.
You should, as
not
soon as you
having
walk in through the door, there should be a thing that like goes, right, you've got a phone. Electromagnets.
Electromagnets.
It is a weird situation where it's like, it will make things better than they are, but not as good as it should be.
But I think it'll encourage more people.
Do you think?
I absolutely think it will.
Will it bother you as much?
If I see someone using a phone, that's all I'll be able
That's
to
a
think
fair
about
point,
is
though,
that,
because
yeah.
before it's like, switch off your phones, don't use your
So
phones in the
enough people
cinema.
are-
And now it's like, well, now you can use it
permission.
because it's in theater
But
mode.
also as well, like,
It's like it's when the seatbelt light goes off and they still tell
Yeah.
you that your seatbelt should be on an airplane, but you just take it off.
But that's the thing, though. So also,
Yeah.
so I got into or basically a fight with a guy before because he was like, "It's on silent." Like,
that's
if
insane.
someone's sitting next to me and then they go, "I say, sorry, can you put your phone away?" It's on theatre mode. Like, I'm literally allowed to do this because there's a thing that says theatre mode.
now
Do you know
you've
what I mean?
lost
That is
your,
horrible.
you've
And it's
lost
just
your
like,
hold.
now I've got to kill this guy.
I'm not going to have a straw after this. So stick
Oh,
it
it's
through his
okay.
eye.
I'm in death mode. Just go around like
I've got so angry with some people before that I've gone, this is how I die. Because this guy's gonna have a knife on him, and that's it. Like, because people just can't be trusted. But I feel like
spiraling into a weird area.
This is not good. This is not good.
Can we talk about the guy at the end of Rogue One when we went to watch it, who had a go at
what an
the guy
asshole.
with the kids?
yeah.
It's really interesting because this is like such a mad decision on the behalf of this guy. But basically, we were watching Rogue One, and at the end, this guy behind us turns around to the guy behind him and goes, "Thanks a lot for your kid kicking the back of my seat all the way through the film." And the guy just went, "Well, why didn't you tell me? I'm his dad. I could have told him to stop. I didn't know he was doing it. It's dark."
Yeah.
Like, because those IMAX cinemas are really dark.
Yeah.
And
That's one of the big things. That's why, like, IMAX thinks that Empire Leicester Square is the best cinema in Europe
because you can't see anything
because
else.
it's so dark in
Yeah.
there. Because the walls are black.
I
and
love that
everything is
cinema.
black.
It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I love it.
And there was just this mad argument where this guy was like, "Well, your
Yeah.
kid shouldn't be doing it anyway." And you're like, "Well, firstly, he's a kid.
Yeah.
And secondly, you're an adult
Yeah.
who's got a gripe and you're too scared to turn around to a child during a film
Yeah.
and tell him off. Like, it is on you to tell people, which is
That's
why
like-
I appreciate
In
your
my press
phone
screening, I
policy.
turned around and told the guy stop kicking my seat.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, sorry." I was like,
Exactly.
I don't think he's realised he's doing it.
Yeah, most people
Like-
don't know that they're doing something annoying,
Yeah.
and like aren't going to have their days ruined.
I
by
think
you
I
telling
think people go into like, and this is a bad thing for in the cinemas and stuff like that. People go into confrontation mode too easily. Like,
Well, like you.
no, but it's not. I don't go into confrontation mode. I'll ask someone politely and be like, "Sorry, do you mind
okay.
putting your phone away?" And like, I would say maybe 70% of the time, people are like, "Oh, mortified."
Yeah,
do it.
absolutely.
Like, it's even in like the gym yesterday. Like a guy just left loads of weights out, and I know like people who go to the gym moan that like new people in January are fucking are in their gym wherever. But I was like, he just left loads. I watched him do it, and I watched him go to walk away. So I said, "Oh, mate, do you mind putting those away?" And he was like, "Oh shit, I didn't realise I had to." I was like, one, in my head I was like, "Who the fuck do you think's putting them away?" But then he
That
was
guy's
like,
got a messy bedroom.
exactly. But he was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even think. Sorry." And then he put them all away. I was like, 70% of the time, people are nice.
Yeah.
So they'll just go, if you turn around and be like, "Oh, sorry, your kid's kicking my seat," like, I'm sure you would have stopped. And the same as like when I had it, he did it.
What's the worst thing you've ever had to deal with in cinema? Because I bet you've got a good story about it.
But I'm saying, but this old man, it was definitely in the wrong because this little kid, he should just ask his kid.
Oh, that was absurd. That was
the worst thing I've had
ridiculous.
to deal with. Well, I think I've told on the podcast, but Scream 4, where I literally had to throw a guy's phone out of his hand because he was being.
You don't
such a
have to
cunt.
do that, boy. That's the weird choice of words.
Because he just wouldn't. I was like, he kept shouting at the screen every time fucking Courtney Cox was on. You go, "Monica," and I was like, "Rah." So I already knew he was a cunt.
Yeah.
And but then when I kept asking to put his phone away, and he kept saying, "Oh, it's on silent, mate," and I was like, "Put your phone away." And then I kept asking him. He was sitting right next to me. I was like, "You need to put your phone away. Put your phone away." Kept doing it. So I was like, "Fuck it," just took it off him and threw it.
I think I've mentioned before, but I'm not sure whether I have.
Yeah.
The first day Scott Pilgrim came out, I went to the cinema and watched it, and there was a guy who clearly read all the comics.
Oh,
and was saying all the punchlines before they happened, because it's a really good faithful adaptation. And he was just saying all the jokes before they happened. And eventually,
no one's getting a kick out of that.
eventually
Mate.
people were just like, "Shut up now!"
Yeah.
Like, it was just insane.
What a prick.
Like, the first day, no one had seen this film, and it was a little screen of people who clearly really wanted to see
That's horrible.
Edgar Wright's new film.
I've never really had to do it before, but like one of my first
bit of fluff
times
on your face.
ever. Get
Oh,
off.
is that what that is? I thought it was like a weird tuft of hair.
Another
Go on
love
like
fight,
a
isn't it?
Captain America or Team America style.
That's an
beard.
inch longer than it was 20 minutes ago. What's happening?
It was at PSX, and we were at. What
was that?
Like, there's another bit of fluff. I'm just a fluff man today, apparently.
That's nice.
there was like, oh my god, you would have absolutely throttled them, Gav. To be fair, like, you know, the crowd at PSX, like, it's nerdy guys and girls.
Stupid Americans.
Kind of socially awkward.
Stupid Americans.
But it was like, they're doing the big presentation, and the big presentation. And so, like, Neo would come on the screen, and they were, like, right behind me, and they were trying to, like, guess what the game was. But jokingly, like, no one was laughing at it. It's like, Neo would come up, and he'd be like, Bloodborne 7, Mega Man. Just like, this is a new Pac-Man game. Like, and they're all just like, just like joking. And it went on for so long. Because it's like, it was me, Dan, and Skells as well. And we were just like, freaking, and it got so bad. I just like turned around and was like, can you guys keep it down, please?
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
boy.
he was like, come on, yeah. That was a high five.
Oh, I thought he was doing that to you.
Punched him. No, I was just like, can you guys keep it down, please? And then I felt kind of bad because I was like kind of angry about it.
Yeah.
And then it was evidently like they were pretty like socially awkward nerds because then they just didn't speak at
so
any
good.
point. And I was like, I felt like a jerk after
because
that.
when you were saying
sounds
that,
fine.
but when you were saying that though, like, I've been in those rooms before, and like, you can get overexcited if you're a weirdo.
If you like, if your favorite game's announced, like people were like jumping up and cheering and like screaming and stuff, and I'm like, that's awesome. But like literally just a running commentary.
But that's
every single
I think,
cut.
yeah,
I was like, I
I'm
can't
not
do
excusing
this.
it, but I think maybe they're just overexcited and they don't know
Yeah.
how to like, actually channel their excitement.
I'll tell you how you do it. You grow the fuck up. Stop it.
I was remember being I was in the audience for Luigi's Mansion 2 being announced,
That would be really exciting. Though.
and I've never seen people people just forgot they were humans, like ripping off their clothes, sucking each other's tits, like spitting, like
Becoming
ghosts.
suplexing someone.
Like if you Google like E3 Luigi's Mansion 2 reveal go on YouTube and watch that. It's fucking mental.
That's what like at that same conference is when they announced
Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2. That was incredible because it was like just like cool scenes and it's like building, you know, you can feel the wave. Everyone's like, oh, this is what we think it is, this is what we think it is. And then I got a really good video of it on my phone.
Oh, I saw that,
it punches out to then like that like Firefly like spray paint marking and just like people, it's like that meme of the rap battle where it's like everyone just freaking out and just everyone
I do also think though,
minds.
like
That's cool. Like, imagine. Like,
it is cool.
I love games. Like, I'm not really that excited. I mean, maybe about Zelda games, but like
at the same time as well, I really don't think that Americans know how to handle. It's basically everything is either fucking incredible or shite if you're American. Like, and I feel like this is part of it as well. Like, people, I'm not saying they don't have the right emotions or they don't know how to be humans, but I feel like sometimes it's like. I wake up to shit, and I follow quite a lot of Americans, and I wake up after like something like PSX, and I look at these people who are meant to be professional critics, just utterly losing all sense of perspective and themselves. Just like just words that they know chucked together about a game, like because they think that shows how excited they are, but actually. It's all bollocks.
Well, it doesn't show any critical faculty at all. It's just that sense of like, if I say the most effusive thing, I win.
Yeah.
It was like when Rogue One came out, and people were just I don't doubt some people think that's the best Star Wars film.
That's mental.
It's mental, but I believe there are people maybe in the world who think that's true.
Yeah.
Some of the responses to that film were so absurd.
Yeah.
You're just like, I remember I had the distinct feeling that I was 6 again and my mother was hugging me and I thought, I'm happier than you. And you're like, just shut up for a
Just
second.
experience it on a normal level, like a human being. Like,
it's like a cultural thing, though. Like people are more excited in America,
and that's not actually that wasn't an
that's not totally off.
That's not
wasn't
real
just
excitement,
Americans.
though. It's all false. It's all false.
Well, it's probably the same level as you, but like a bit more animated.
Nah, because I get excited about so much stuff. But the last thing I'm going to do,
chucking phones, killing.
But, like I just feel like there's no way of doing it on Twitter without looking like a twat. I feel. I mean, it's obviously a British thing as well because we're quite British and quite reserved people, but we're also quite, I don't know, emotionally stable people. But I just feel like sometimes people just go overboard.
Yeah.
And they wreck it for me.
See, I'm not a
when's your
critic,
next-
so I can do all that stuff.
When's your next windmill dick Snapchat? Mr. Reserved.
You're gonna review that. That's all my film reviews from now on. Come out Rogue One, just like how fast my dick is spinning.
Exactly.
I just want that, like,
After silence, just one slow flop.
Just hitting my thigh. Oh, sure. Santa's got a good review of Gav's dick. Overwatch got a new map.
Oasis.
It's good, isn't it? We played
brilliant.
Played a lot of it yesterday.
it's really good.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, I think it's actually maybe no, I don't know. It might be the best control map
Right.
like already. Because I think because like as Krupa very quickly pointed out, like it's built to be vertical constantly.
Yeah.
Like every one of those stages has an upper level that everyone can get to.
Yeah.
Like Lighthouse on Ilios has that upper level, but only about 6 characters routinely can get up there. Whereas in this, there's it turns so many characters into flankers that aren't usually like that. Like you with Junkrat.
Yeah.
Usually Junkrat sits back on a control map and just fires into the room.
Yeah.
Whereas you were doing like amazing stuff where you were coming around dropping a trap, like guarding the stairs, like looking over the point. It was just like it changes the dynamics so
Absolutely,
much.
yeah.
I was really surprised because obviously when they were like showing footage from the map and like telling you about where it was going to be and the locations and the traffic and these like jump pads, I like immediately thought it was going to be. Not that this is necessarily a con, but I thought it was going to be much more ambitious, like launch padding into battles, and you got to look out for traffic.
I
and
haven't been on a
things.
single pad. I don't think.
It's basically like it's a glossy arena shooter map.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's just levels and corridors.
And you pointed out a really good thing about it, which is like all the rooms are they like except for the spawn points.
Yeah.
Almost every map has like sets of small rooms.
Yeah.
So it's not Lijiang Tower where outside of the point it's just open air.
Yeah.
In this, it's like room after room after room, which means you get tiny pockets of fights.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you get a real distinct sense of like the controlling team pushing forwards by getting through the rooms to the other side and stuff.
What's the one that is?
I don't know the names of them yet.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Garden, then city
Garden,
center,
University, and City
Garden's the
Centre.
one where it's like kind of off to the left.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's one
The
where it's
little
off
garden
center.
area.
Yeah,
I
so
really
the one
like that.
that one is really good because I was basically not pointing at all because people had the point absolutely fine. So I was like around the corner watching people come up and just like get into these little fights because they have like where the health pack is this really sort of like weird room that has like 2 little doors on it.
It's brilliant,
And
that
like
room.
if you can get into a cool little fight with someone, I was getting into amazing little like tiny little battles with like me versus 2, me versus 3 and stuff. Because if you're Junkrat, you can run through, you leave your traps everywhere.
Yeah.
And so if someone's chasing you around, if you run it out, usually rather than what they should do is go out of the room and go round to catch you. People are chasing after you. So if you put your little bear trap down as you come out, like they're chasing you, and it's one of the only times you can ever do that as Junkrat because no one's gonna fall for that.
Yeah.
But when you're coming out of this little room, for some reason they do. It's really good.
What I really like as well is that sense of when you're playing early, and I really think people should play now whilst people don't know how it works.
Yeah.
It's an arcade mode where you can just play it over and over again and get used to it.
We were fucking smashing people.
We were
last
doing
night.
amazing stuff. Like as soon as you know that map, you have an advantage against everyone else playing, which came to bear later on when we played competitive and just destroyed this other team.
Awesome! That's really good.
It was really cool. But one of the best things about playing a new map is people just trying out weird shit.
Yeah.
So on one match we played, there was a guy who was Bastion in turret mode, just bouncing on the jump pad.
So cool.
So you'd get on the jump pad and suddenly this Bastion's on you, just go fuck you, until our Junkrat stuck a trap at the bottom of it and he just got stuck to the jump pad and everyone killed him. It was brilliant.
That's really
And there was another game where we didn't know why we weren't winning. And it was just a Genji crouching on top of it was the garden level with like this
there's like
kind
a
of
second tier
mezzanine above it.
Yeah.
And he was just crouched in the middle of that when none of us could see him until you were Farah and just went, oh, he's up here. This is where he is.
just popped in.
I love that. It's so much fun.
It is.
that's
Cool. I
really
just
good.
also like starting a new map and finding out which like team dynamic works the best. Because I think we were playing the start, and like for me personally, for a lot of those maps, I was like, okay, like my main's not working. Like,
Yeah.
like at certain points in this map, Soldier is not cutting it.
Yeah.
Like for me. So then I was like, okay, well let's see what Fire is like. And that's when you like opens up a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
There's a lot of maps in a lot of the like sections on that map that are really good for environmental kills.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
either as like
yeah.
Lucio or as Farah using your like concussion missile to just blast people off. I was just camping out on one spot, and when people came around the corner, hitting them there, and just like 3 of them were flying off the map. It just felt incredible.
It helps that
awesome.
Krupa's become incredible at May over Christmas as well.
Yeah, dude, he's so good.
His May play is astonishing now. But like these maps are all, again, they're built around little rooms, so you can just block doorways constantly. So we just had Krupa just cutting teams in half, leaving 2 people with 6 of us on the point, and just like annihilating them. It's so satisfying.
Man, like a good Symmetra as well with her
Yes.
buff, because it's so close quarters. If you have turrets up, if you get control, put turrets up, and
Turrets
then
and
just
shield
shred
generator.
people with your
Yeah.
gun now. Just jump around and just annihilate them.
There are so many little nooks for the shield generator as well, it makes a massive
And we're at the point in
difference.
the map where like people aren't seeing Symmetra and thinking they need to go find a shield generator
Yeah.
because it's a new map. They don't know where it is.
Yeah.
You can just put one right back in your like around your spawn. And because
Yeah.
they're so small, you're still gonna get that 200 shield buff from like
Yeah.
a shield that's way back. It's
brilliant.
It's great. It's a really great game mode.
It's a great map.
And it's free because Overwatch is amazing.
Amazing.
Game.
Let's do some feedback now.
All right, haven't seen
You
this.
both got a bit.
Here we go.
I'm numero
Me
dos.
first. This is from Max Spalding Gardner. I feel like we've read that out before. A few years ago, I went on eBay and bought an original Game Boy. I thought it would be a cool thing to have. With it, I purchased the launch title, Super Mario Land, as well as the classic Pokemon Red. Try as I might, I could never complete Super Mario Land, always coming unstuck on the 4th world.
It's horrible, that game.
Does it mean stuck on the 4th?
It's amazing.
You can come unstuck.
I know, but
Either way.
I think when you refer to a game, I'd be stuck.
All right.
Anyway, the Christmas.
Fuck you, Max.
So you gave up. So this Christmas, I came home and you decided to dust off the old handheld and give it another go. Over the past few days, I've come closer and closer, finally reaching the final level against Tamtanga. Then it happened. Whilst listening to Rory and Joe's unofficial awards of 2016, I had a truly this is why I've got to read this out. I had a truly pure gaming experience. I reached the final boss fight with 10 lives still intact. The keyword countdown music started. I defeated the weird cloud monster thing. Joe moves ahead. Tamtanga rears his ugly head. Krupa pulls it back. It comes down to the final film, and in perfect unison, Tamtanga is defeated.
You know what the best thing about that is?
What?
That I'm the good guy in that story.
Yeah. So he
Me
was
winning.
He was listening to
Helped
that.
Was it like an epic showdown? Like
It,
pretty good.
It came, like
It's very close, yeah.
I took the first few. Krupa took it back.
Yeah.
And it was literally a decider on the last one, wasn't it?
awesome.
It was really
That's
good.
cool.
It was really good.
Should have listened to it.
I should have, yeah.
It's kind of your job.
We'll
Kinda
have-
with my
we'll have
family.
Season 2 of Keyword Countdown coming soon.
Yeah.
It's all changing. It's all changing.
It's
getting buffed.
versus robot. I did the same thing when I was back home. Along with my mobile games, I found my Wii, so I hooked that up and I was playing because you can download it as a digital download. Playing Mario 64.
Oh, nice.
So it's like me and my old friends. We were like, look, we're back in our hometown for like 4 days together. Let's see how many stars we can get.
I saw
in
you
like 4
Snapchatting
days.
that.
Yeah, I was like doing a little Snapchat story. It was like really fun.
Go on, read that. I need a
Alright,
I need a Wii now.
Yeah, I need a piss as well. I drank that whole bottle. All right, this is from Ben Jet. Hey there, guys. It's Ben Jet from Brisbane, Australia here.
Brisbane.
Brisbane. Looks like
Let him
Brisbane.
read
I
it.
know.
Otherwise,
I just can't,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't have this. I can't have
What
this.
else does that sound like? Cocaine?
Jet.
Propane?
Here's my main impression again.
Come on. Force Awakens.
I wanted
which
to
is what
comment
it's
on The
about.
Force Awakens instead of just rehashing A New Hope, which they obviously did. Don't you
off.
think they really should have aimed for something a bit more bold and unique, like Rogue One was? Do you think it would have been a lot more enjoyable if they... We got a whole list here, Gav,
I
that.
thought this might get to you guys.
If they A, saved Starkiller Base for Episode 9, B, made the First Order a more secretive underground group that slowly turns a serious intergalactic threat over the course of this new trilogy, C, actually fleshed out their principal characters. Damn, that's a savage burn. D, had Rey a more believable character instead of an overpowered Mary Sue. And E, focused primarily on Rey and Finn's search for Luke Skywalker and the adventures they get into along the
Guy's a
way.
fucking prick.
Thanks for writing in, Ben.
He also, I was going to point out, he fucking wrote that at 12 minutes past 1 in the morning.
He's in Australia.
All right.
Done you, mate.
I think just like the point that I lost it. Had Rey as a more believable character instead of an overpowered Mary.
The Mary Sue thing is
Fuck off.
insane.
I don't want to give it anymore. What's the next bit of feedback?
Basically, I'd like to say for The Force Awakens, I think the rehash is a purposeful thing so that the next two films can divest themselves of the standard
I think
thing.
we all quite like
And also, to compare to Rogue One and say that they didn't flesh out their characters well enough is insane. Rogue
my God,
One's
I know.
characters...
Two-dimensional.
Don't ever write
What's
it.
going
Don't
on?
ever write in again. It will not be. It will not be welcomed.
Well, at
No,
least
please. You can always write in IGN underscore UK feedback IGN.
At least he got the jet thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's what we liked.
the last bit of feedback is a bit special.
I've heard.
So, Stephen Lennon. Stephen Lennon
doesn't
over
know?
Christmas did something cool for his family.
Okay. What does Stephen Lennon do?
He created his own 16-question keyword countdown.
Amazing.
And they played it over Christmas. Apparently, it was a hoot.
Of course it was.
His
It's
words.
a brilliant game made by a brilliant creator.
But what we
I'm
thought-
essentially Anthony Hopkins in Westworld.
What we thought. You are evil. Oh, wait, no, he turns out
Mad
good.
completely. Am I a robot?
We thought,
Just let me know now.
or at least I thought, that we would choose 5 of his keyword countdowns.
Okay.
Gav would play his own game.
Oh,
Have you ever played keyword countdown before?
Yeah, with like friends and stuff like that.
fuck that.
But I'm not very. That's
You've
the thing.
made friends play your own game.
Yeah.
Oh, you
we used to play in cars.
Horrible.
But I used to play. I've been playing this for years. Have
you really?
Yeah, we used to play
I had
in
no
cars
idea.
and stuff all the time.
got lower.
All right.
I'm absolutely terrible at it, which I've said on this
superb.
podcast before. Yeah.
So I've tried to pick ones that I think Rory might actually know.
okay.
thanks. Thank you. It was kind of patronizing, but
So
I do actually
Really,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
So I can do
okay.
that better.
Why?
There you go.
That was nice. That was a handshake. Right.
There you go.
So we got 5 films.
Okay.
Stephen Lennon's clues. I also want you to critique his choice of order and stuff
Okay,
at the end.
yeah.
There's no theme except Stephen Lennon's friends.
Awesomeness.
Keyword countdown. Time for keyword countdown. It's keyword countdown. Time for keyword countdown. It's keyword countdown.
Film number 1.
Okay.
Unnecessary guilt. Male hits female. Loss of loved one. Hula dance. Falling from height.
Ex Machina.
Thunderstorm. Flatulence. Stampede.
Lion King.
Yes.
Oh God!
That's really. I thought that was really hard.
No. Oh yeah, that was hard.
That's very
I was
hard.
nowhere near that.
How many points do you get points for the ones you didn't?
So it'd be
Jesus,
10,
Joe.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So you get 3.
Yeah.
3, 4. Gav.
You can
Remember what
still do
this is.
this.
Question number 2.
It means nothing.
I like this one.
Okay.
Oh, and the other 2 were baboon and Africa.
Excellent.
Probably still wouldn't have got that.
Stampede, man.
I just
Stampede
wasn't
was
thinking
it.
about Lion King.
Yeah. All right. I mean that. Yeah. Okay.
Male
cool.
hits females hard there.
Yeah.
There's some very tricky ones coming up. I like it. Right.
Ain't male and female, they're tigers. That's just science.
All right, Chuck.
Sorry.
Lifting male in air.
I love that clue.
Lion King.
Jurassic Park.
Screaming. Telling someone to shut up. Falling downstairs. Aftershave lotion.
Die Hard.
Hit with a shovel. Pet spider.
Home Alone.
I'm never gonna get this.
Oh, did you? I thought you said Home Alone as well there.
No.
Pet spider. That's 4 points for Gavin.
Shit, I haven't seen that movie in a
What
long
was the other ones?
Vacation. Slapstick comedy. Booby trap.
Nice.
Remind me who this is.
I don't think I'm gonna win this one.
You still got 3.
I'm not in my mindset.
You've only got
like,
7 points. You could
This is why we
come back
This is
easy.
why we should
There's
do the
still 3
podcast
films
in the
left.
mornings.
I like this one a lot.
Okay. It's fucking up past 12.
I'm asleep, man. I'm wrecked. So last night watching Westworld.
And this morning.
Didn't even finish. Death of title character. Computer. Bare-chested male. Robot as menace.
iRobot.
Soul survivor. Chest pain.
Alien?
Alien.
Hey!
I really like that because death of title character is such a weird one.
Yeah, that's really good.
What'd you get, chest pain?
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
pick.
you got
5.
5. Back in
See?
it, Rory.
You can do this, man.
2 points behind.
That's the good thing. That's why keyword counting is so perfectly designed.
What's this one? Okay.
Turns and twists, the
Exactly.
upsets.
You never know.
Is this on William Hill? People bet on.
Oh, that'll be great.
One
Oh,
day.
Bet in play. Ray Winston.
Oh, should we start playing keyword countdown for money?
Professional
Yes.
league.
Well, basically, because I'm not allowed to do it, so I take a
Got it.
rake. So I take like 20% of each game, and then you guys play for the thing.
I can't play. I'm not good enough. I'll like shoutcast it.
We need to start chucking, like, be like, oh no, you won again, Rory. Oh, another perfect week. Anyway, next week, should we play for 30 quid?
Yeah, suckers. I'll take that bet.
We pull back the curtains. There's like a load of guys in a gambling den. Ah!
Go on.
Breaking a vase over someone. Oh, I got to do the rest of the last one.
Yeah, I always forget.
Yeah.
Claustrophobia, flamethrower, strong female lead, and egg.
Nice.
Sweet. You sure it wasn't a ball?
That's enough.
Yeah.
Get out.
Call back.
Breaking. Shut up. Breaking a vase over someone's head. Telling someone to run. Father slaps son. Shot in the stomach. Leap of faith.
Like Halloween?
Accidentally starting a fire. Aged to death.
Indiana Jones? Temple of Doom? Raise the Lost Ark? What's the other one? Last Crusade.
God damn it, I should have jumped in there at any point.
Yeah. Gav gets 4.
11-5.
Still mathematically possible.
Yeah.
Age to death. Temple of Doom.
Although I don't think you're going to get it because this is really hard.
Do it really slow. Really slow.
Okay.
First clue.
Character. Oh, reaching for a priceless artifact, Nazi and Holy Grail.
Thank you.
Character appears on front page of a newspaper.
Spider-Man.
Back to the Future.
Suicide by jumping off a building.
Slow it down. Slow it down. Kick-Ass.
Shut up.
That's a good guess.
Keep going.
I thought it was a good guess.
Keep going.
Reference to Elvis Presley.
Back to the
Forrest
Future 2.
Gump.
Pawnbroker. Wearing sunglasses at night.
Blues Brothers.
Family Man.
Talking to a dog.
You've lost me.
Because you ate dogs.
Just to get you back on board. Ginger cat.
Ooh, hello.
Using a false name.
Oh man, I fucking no idea.
I have no idea either.
Cockroach.
Joe's Apartment.
What the fuck is that?
It's a film about cockroaches that can talk.
Alien disguised as human.
Men in Black.
Men in
Oh,
Black.
I was never getting
Oh,
that.
fucking Ginger Cat.
Yeah. 1. Gav. Can't spell.
What's that? 12 points. 12-5. Well done, buddy.
Close.
Gav wins
Close
his own
game.
game.
Close
That was
game.
very good.
Stephen Lennon, what do you reckon?
Let me look at them again, because there was a couple that I thought were very, very good. I thought, actually, Stephen, do you know what? The way you've done a really good job of the weighting.
Yeah, because it gets to about number 7 and suddenly gives you quite a specific
Yeah,
one.
because I remember you said he did say that he found it
Spent
quite
ages
hard.
on it, yeah.
And that is the big thing, because like there's loads of keywords there, but it's basically whether or not you do it. I've fucked up a couple of times where
I was going to say, why don't you do a good one? For once?
but
I'm out, baby. Peace.
he's managed to find good funny ones, which is a big part of it.
Lifting Man in Air is great.
And lifting male in air is
I
always really
really like Death of Title character for Alien as well.
Yeah,
that's
that's
such
really
a
good
good misdirect.
That threw me so
very,
much. I was
very
like,
clever.
what the hell is
that
that?
is. But yeah, I thought that was really good. I like
good,
playing that
very
game.
good.
Very good.
We're going to play normally after this, but if
Yeah.
people want to send in more for Gav,
Yeah,
that's really
I'll have a
fun.
look around.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
And where would they email into, Joe Scrubbles?
IGN_UK feedback at IGN.com. Send us those and your cinema anecdotes and I don't know
Everything.
Just like whether,
Anything-
whether
anything
you're
you
going to
want.
start
Fan
kissing your two
fictions.
Unless you're that
fingers.
fucking
Yeah.
dude from Brisbane,
Bit of that.
get a life, mate.
Ben
Thanks
Jet.
for watching.
No, we love you all. Bye.
Peace out.